Okay, people, I have come up with another phrase that we're going to learn in our Learn French with Mark Friedman, one phrase at a time French course. And one of the things you may have noticed if you did the previous lesson with me is that I didn't go over the pronunciation enough time. So that's something that, for me, it's harder to see that because obviously I know it inside and out because I've been fluent in French for over 30 years, or probably over 40 years. So I'm going to pay more attention to that in this lesson and the coming lessons, and in paying more attention to going over the pronunciation and not only going over it, but kind of going over it in pieces, so it's not so intimidating. But again, to summarize, my theory is that learning French will be easier if you concentrate on one phrase at a time, perfect that phrase before moving on to the next phrase. And as you move along, it's going to be a slow process. You will gain confidence. I remember even when I considered myself very good in high school, I thought I was the guy who knew French the best, and I was, but my French wasn't as good as it could be, or that I wanted it to be, because my mother and I went to New York City, and near Rockefeller Center, in a French bookstore that is now closed, and a French bookstore that I eventually worked in for 6 months. There were language courses, and my mother bought me the advanced French course on record albums. And I can remember that I had to listen to those albums. I just had to keep coming back to them before I could begin to say I could really understand all these record albums, every word that's being said in this French course. And eventually I was able to do that. So it's a slow process. You have to have patience and appreciate it, that it's an incredible investment of time. If you're not willing to make that investment, then you will not achieve fluency. It's as simple as that. But anyway, enough of the side conversation. We'll get to the point of this lesson. Okay, so in this lesson we're going to learn how to say in French, have you ever been to the USA? Because I figured if you're over there meeting French people, that's one of the things that would come up logically. Is you want to ask, you're visiting France, and you want to know if they, on the other hand, have ever visited your country, the United States. So, avez-vous déjà été aux États-Unis? Very simple. And you may have seen this, I'm sure you've heard this word déjà. We've all heard, I don't know why that's doing that. We've all heard the expression